Hey stars, it's me, Shot Star. I'm hoping you guys are doing well. And again, I want to thank you for all your support and your comments and critiques also. So um, we're gonna get right into it. I got some things I want to discuss with you guys. So if you live in the New York or New Jersey area, you know that the weather has changed dramatically quickly. I mean, I think today was like 65 degrees high. And I think most of the rest of the remainder of the week is going to be in the 50s high. So hence hoodie. Kids got to stay warm. Okay. Now let's get right into it. Now I know a few weeks ago, maybe not even a few weeks ago, but I know quite a few videos ago, I mentioned that R. Kelly's daughter was doing a documentary, and they talked about they mentioned little snippets and stuff like that, but you never knew what it was really going to be about. So she now states that her dad essayed her as a child. R. Kelly essayed his daughter as a child, and she was too scared to tell anybody. Okay. Now, I haven't watched the documentary. Again, the documentary is on TVE. It's a streaming network, but I'm going to get into it because it's parts. So I want to, I want to get into it and get into it fully so I can get the story and get it to you guys. You know what I mean? But I don't quite know how the predator's brain works, and to think that to do the unthinkable to anyone's child, but to do it to your own child, it's just, they're predators. And in my mind, they have no self-control. They have no conscience. It's all about them, and it's whatever's available. And we're going to continue to pray for that family because it seems to be a never-ending saga. Okay, Kelly. I mean, from what I understand, she told. This happened around 8 when she was 8 or 9. She told her mom when she was 10. She was scared. And then the first thing that came to mind was like, what did Andrea do? Because, she's this sassy, I'm like, girl, what you do? But apparently she did take the correct steps, because I thought it was weird. I was like, well, we didn't hear anything about that. But then again, I thought about it. I'm like, it's a family matter. And we're talking 15, 20 years ago. We wouldn't have heard of it. Okay. So moving right along. Apparently an investigation was done. I saw an interview with the old district attorney and R. Kelly's attorney at the moment, and he was stating that R. Kelly is really upset and disturbed by what his daughter's saying, because this was said 15 to 20 years ago and investigated, and nothing was found. But now what that does, it explains the estrangement of father and daughter and father and son, because Andrea no longer allowed them to go to their father and to visit or to stay. I don't know how it worked. I don't know if he had to come to where they were, whatever it was. But I think in the bigger picture, he didn't do it. They didn't see each other. And that's why they estranged. Sorry. So it explains a lot, because, you always try to wonder about the kids and their relationship. So now you know why it was that way, because of this, apparently. Allegedly. I mean, we know that he's been guilty. He's been proven guilty on some things. He's in jail serving time now, but we're talking about his daughter. I have to completely say allegedly, all right? Because I ain't got nothing for y'all kids to be coming for. Trust. I'm telling you what I heard. That's what I heard. So, again, we have to continue to pray for that family, and it's enough. And it's just it's incredible how it just keeps going on and on. And R. Kelly, now Puffy. Well, I'm sure that most of us know at this point that Puffy has a trial date, which is in May. So it looks like he's going to be in jail, until trial. I mean, at this point, when you're offering 50 million and more just to get out, you're a risk. They're not trying to hear it. They're not hearing it. They don't care. It's whatever. They consider him a flight risk, and he's allegedly been intimidating witnesses and doing things. So let's see how that works out. I just say that hmm, we're going to be hearing about this for the next 6 months. The trial doesn't even start until May. We have an election before then, people. Okay? We're distracted and we need to get back focused on what the real issue is. And we need a new president. And we do not need to make that mistake and let that orange man and his group come through because we underestimated him the first time and that's how he became president. Let's not make that same mistake again. And women, no matter what color, race, ma'am, he's about to take your rights where you can't make any judgments on your own body. Baby, y'all better get it together and get it together quick and realize what it really is. Okay? With that being said, we gonna move on to Puffy. Okay? Now, there's a new victim, a new alleged victim, excuse me. I don't want to and this alleged victim is a former assistant, personal assistant of Kanye West. Now, a personal assistant is someone that works for you. They take care of your day to day. They may even do personal things for you as far as like picking up your clothes from the cleaners, picking up your car, washing your car, whatever it is for that particular person. Okay, so boom, let's get into this. Now, this woman, look at the picture. Yes, she's Kanye West's former personal assistant. She's now a OnlyFans model. But that doesn't matter. And I say that because we get too caught up into, oh my God, she deserved it. She never deserved it. No one ever deserves it. You can be a streetwalker in the street and you still can be SA'd. It's about you not wanting it and saying no, or not even being aware it's happening to you because you've been drugged. So, okay, let's not even, and don't come in my comments. I don't care what you do. No one deserves it. No one. Moving on. So, again, she was his personal assistant. He invited her to a party. I don't quite know where the party was. I don't know if it was at Puffy's house or not, but Kanye and Puffy was co-hosting this particular party. So she arrives, they're doing whatever, interacting. She was given a drink. I say that because it's what she says, but after that, she said there were points of the night she didn't remember. And she always wondered, like, what was it? She felt something had went on, but she said that she wasn't sure. I don't know what that means. But however, she moved on. She couldn't prove it. Well, move on. Apparently, Kanye West was still married to Kim Kardashian at the time. And Kim Kardashian had a problem with this young lady being Kanye's assistant. Again, look at her. Clearly, he has a type, and Kim wasn't having none of it. Okay. So she was like, girl, you got to go. So apparently Kanye mentioned it to the girl. Oh, me and my wife are going through it because of you. So she states, oh, well, you know what? Let me call Kim. They've spoken. She's his personal assistant. So she has communications with Kim, I'm sure. So she says, well, let me call Kim and let her know nothing's going on. This is all strictly business. And Kanye comes out and says, well, there was that night at that party. So she doesn't remember parts of that night. So now she's like, okay, they drugged me and something went on. Now, I don't know if it was him and Puff together doing whatever. I'm not sure, allegedly, but from what it looks like, it may have been. So with that being said, her name is Lauren Piscata, and she's suing. I don't quite know what to say about it because now Kanye, I think this may be the first time that I've actually heard Kanye name dragged into it. So I mean, here we go. The train is coming. Okay, stand back. So with that being said, we're going to stay close to the story and figure out how it turns out. I mean, there's so many victims. I don't even know how we're going to keep up. You got to remember, what, a week or so ago, there was 120 new victims, alleged victims. I mean, what? How do you keep track of that? So, moving right along. Again, I love you guys. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for showing me love. Thank you for your critiques, whichever good or bad. I'm here. I want to get better for you guys. I want to, you know, please you guys. I want to do grown sexy, and we're getting there. I'm new. Bear with me. And if you notice, I'm doing more and more videos. They're not once a week or anything like that. So just remember, just bear with me. I love you guys. And I appreciate everything that you do. Okay. Now, we're going to continue on the, what can I say? The Puffy Road. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stay on the Puffy Road. Now, this one going to get good. So, I mean, sit back a little bit. Just take a sip. Okay, we're going to get into this one. This is a new alleged victim, male alleged victim. Okay. Now, we've heard of that before, but let's be clear. This is one of the first times that I've actually really, so let's get to it. So, picture it, St. Olaf. I'm joking. I love Sophia. I love the Golden Girls. Like, everybody knows me know I love them. So, moving right along. There's a young man. I'm assuming he's Caucasian. I believe he's Caucasian, and you'll see why as the story goes on. He works for Marc Ecko, which was a competing clothing line of Sean John at the time. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us remember Marc Ecko. I never really wore it. I did wear some Sean John pieces, but but they were competing at the time, and they were really good and really large at that particular time. So they were competing, and I'm sure they didn't like each other too much. So moving right along. This guy, again, has seen Puffy at different fashion events or whatever. They're not friends, but you nod, you speak, whatever, boom, that's it. He's been hired as an advisor for Marc Ecko clothing brand. Marc Ecko clothing brand is having an event at Macy's, and Sean John clothing brand is having an event at Macy's. Now, keep in mind, let's keep track. Herald Square flagship store on 34th Street. Anybody that's been in New York, I'm sure you've been there. This is the store we're talking about. This essay happened in the store. So that's why I said this one is a little different, because everything used to be Bad Boys and it happened in the studios, but this is now involving a whole other corporation besides what Puffy is affiliated with or was affiliated with before all of this. Okay, so let's go. Long story short, they're both having events at the flagship store in Macy's. Now, mind you, this is back in May 2008. Okay, May 2008. They're both having events at Macy's at the same time. I think that they're sharing a storeroom behind wherever they're displaying Marc Ecko and Sean John. I guess where they have their extra merchandise to whatever sells out, they bring it right back out, or sign thing, whatever. This young man was in a storeroom, apparently, allegedly, from what he says. He was in the storeroom, and I'm going to read you this now and pick it up from there. Okay? This young man says that he was in the stockroom of Macy's flagship store in Herald Square. Combs and 3 really big bodyguards walked into the storeroom. And because, of course, they weren't far apart, he called the guy over. And as the guy approached him and came over, before any words were exchanged, I'm assuming one of the bodyguards or whomever, someone hit him in the back of the head. And he states, I'm going to read from there. The victim was hit in the head, possibly with a pistol. and knocked him to the floor on his hands and knees as the group made threats such as, "I'll kill you." This is what court papers alleges. So the bodyguards are over him, Puffy's over them, and they're saying, "I'll kill you." Well, why? What did this guy do? Boom. Combs hits at the guy as he's on the floor now. Mind you, he's still on the floor. "Suck my Echo," meaning Mark Echo. So you work for Mark Echo, do this, is what the suit alleges. The rap mogul then unzips his zipper. The rap mogul then brutally, orally essays the man for 2 minutes while grabbing his hair and saying, "You like that, white boy?" The suit charges. White boy. So, Caucasian. Okay. So we say that. Afterwards, the Bad Boy Record founder threatened, "Shut up, I'll kill you," repeatedly, the fouling claims. Combs then headed out of the storeroom, back onto the floor, where he passed out more merchandise to his adoring fans and the crowds that were there waiting for him. Like nothing had happened, the court papers say. The man reported the incident to Macy's security, but no one ever followed up with him. And he was actually barred from the Herald Square location in the future, the suit states. So they put pictures up of him, and he wasn't even allowed in the store after he made that complaint to security. Of course, they didn't get back to him, but they informed the higher ups in Macy's what was reported. 3 weeks later, after this happened, Macy's CEO Terry Lundgren pressured Echo's executives to fire said plaintiff because Macy's had just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Sean John Clothing, the suit says. Echo did eventually fire the man, and he was kicked out of the apartment the company was paying for, the fouling claims. Now, the problem I have with this is it had to be something for the CEO, Mr. Lundgren, to contact the executives at Echo for them to fire this person for whatever reason he stated. But they're stating because Macy's had just signed a multi-million-dollar clothing deal with Sean John, and they just wasn't going to have nothing mess it up. And it happened on their premises. So I don't know. I don't know how this one might turn out because it looks like Macy's might be liable for something also, especially if it was officially really reported on paper, regardless if it was followed up on or not. So we have to wait and see how this one goes because, again, it's a little different than the regular twist. This is a man. It involves Macy's, and it also involves 3 bodyguards that was there watching it happen. The only thing I heard was that somebody hit him in the back of the head. It felt like it was the brunt of a pistol, is what he said. It was weird that they said pistol instead of gun, but okay. And I don't know. It's just weird. There's a lot going on. But listen, we're being distracted. Don't forget, we have a presidential election coming up. And, I said it I wasn't going to talk about, but you have to. I have to. And I now have fans thanks to you guys. And I have people that want to hear what I have to say. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys again. I love you. I'm going to continue bringing you good content. Continue commenting and continue contacting me and letting me know what you want to see, what you want to talk about. I can do reviews on shows. I watch TV. I can do reviews on movies. Oh, one more question. One more thing. That fight night, baby, I warned y'all weeks ago to watch Fight Night. Now, it ended. So I think it's a complete 8 episodes or so. I think it's 8. Baby, it is so worth. So if you have not watched it, listen, the weather's getting cooler. Treat yourself. Even if you just do 1 or 2 episodes at one time. And then the next couple, it's so worth it. Y'all listen, you're missing a treat. And I'm telling you, baby, they're here. Until next time, I love you guys. Be good. And what? Be intentional. Love you guys. See you soon.